is Bobby with Renaissance Game Supply. So today is my first kind of day back from being on the road trip. It was a rather painful road trip. I think we were 3 days into the trip before we finally got our materials to be able to actually start to do the job. So it was pretty rough, unnecessary. Anyway, so now that I'm back home, I feel like I can kind of get some stuff caught up around the garage. As you can see, I still haven't cleaned out everything kind of underneath over here. So I'm gonna be working on that today. After I go fishing, I gotta get fishing done first. I got a new rod, a new reel, so I'm gonna be taking that out. And I did get the second table over here. Started organizing like some of the older cards. And yeah, so as you can hear, the robot's back up and running. I did finish putting in that stud that's going to hold the tension pulley. So that's kind of nice. Been working since last night. And I'm just kind of running it. I think this is the third time I'm running it, so it's done pretty good. I was able to tighten up the belt, and I don't see fragments of the belt all over the place. So that upgrade was pretty sweet. It's not something I would recommend people to do, but it is something that you can do, and you might want to do for the length of the life of that robot. Um, Finished getting the desktop all built and wired before I left, so a little bit later this morning, when I get back from fishing, I will be moving the desk out here and put it over where the table was. Put the desktop up over there, and once I get everything kind of moved, get that all done, I have a second desktop, the one I bought, the $60 one. I'm gonna go back into that, put Windows 11 I think on it that I already have. So I'm gonna upgrade that, put that back together. The monitor's sitting on the floor. I'm gonna get that up, and that desk, when I bring that out here, I'm actually gonna set that second desktop up over there. That way I can play games as well as kind of run the store kind of sort of stuff. So whenever I want to take a break, I can kind of play some PC games. And yeah, that's where we're at this morning. So it's 5:20. I've been out here since 4 a.m. I'm just kind of cleaning up some things, taking all the unloading the card robot, reloading it. So it's working on splitting out all my old sets. That's what's back here behind me is all your commons, uncommons, and rares from older sets. And when I say older, I mean like probably from the first Black Border set after um, fourth edition forward. So yeah, you got your Apocalypse, your Torment, your Scourge, and Onslaught, and all those kinds of old fun sets in there. So I might do videos later showing what's in there. I mean, I found some dollar stuff, $2 stuff in there, so there's quite a bit. And then of course the rest of it's all just below a buck, which is fine. I mean, I'm not here for the the overall richness of what Magic can present. I'm here to get all these cards back into the marketplace, so people can put them in decks and play with them again. That's the whole point of my channel. That's the whole point of my goal here. Now, I got a few tweaks I need to make with the garage here. I feel like I'm running out of room here already as well, which is crazy. I did make another payment towards my next pickup, and then probably next Saturday I'll probably make another payment, and then maybe I'll be ready to actually go out sometime around August 1st, maybe the end of July, and pick up yet another batch of cards. But trying to make room for it, and trying to get ready for that, and also continue adding more to the store every day. It's a bit of a challenge when your time is pulled in several other directions at the same time. But that is why we want a robot, right? To do the work that we want to be able to do, so, or we don't want to do. But at the same time, we're still building. That's what you always want to be doing. Pushing that envelope further every single day. So yesterday we did pretty decent. I think we had about 9 sales, which I know is not shocking, but it's pretty decent, I think. Um, Especially considering it's a new set coming out. Maybe it has. I don't know. I don't really keep up with set release because I'm not the tip of the spear pushing new product and showing spoilers of new stuff and all that. I'm more of the guy kind of just grinding in the back end, enjoying his garage and music, just kind of putting shit together on the back end. And again, this channel's not about promoting sales and trying to get your numbers up and get stuff sold as fast as possible. This is kind of more of your slow grind, build every day, get things online, get things organized in a scalable pattern, so to speak, so that when you go to add more collections down the road, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you don't have to keep constantly reinventing the wheel. It's already done, it's organized. All you got to do is maybe just separate some sets and add another box in between and just start organizing. That's what it is. So, while I was in the hotel, I was able to actually take and go get a poster board from Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree, something like that. Anyway, so I went and got that, and I was actually able to figure out how to get 52 of those little card guides that you can put a letter on it and organize per sheet. So now that I think it was 50 cents per sheet to get that. So now that I can get 2 alphabet sets of guides out of one sheet for 50 cents, I've now gotten my price down from let's see, I think the plastic versions you can buy on Amazon. They're 400 pack. They're $10 plus tax or shipping, whatever. But if you got Prime, you're probably gonna get it for free. So let's just leave it right at $10. So that's now a dime a piece for those, and they tend to curl. And when they curl, the cards either fall backwards or they fall forwards. So I never really liked that. Plus, I mean, who wants to pay 10 cents a piece for that when you got millions of cards? I mean, that's a shit ton of money. So I figured out what the pattern is to lay out on that 50-cent sheet to get 52 in it, and I can get it down to a penny, just under a penny a piece. So now I can get 104 copies of that guide onto a 50-cent sheet, dollar sheet, sorry. So you got 2 sheets there. I'm gonna show the pattern later, that way you all can, do what you want with it if you're gonna have to create your own. Now I'm trying to figure out a way to automate that or speed that shit up. That is not easy to cut. It is time consuming because you're having to cut all 4 sides for every single card, so it's literally like 200 operations just to pull out 52 cards. But maybe I'll do another video on how to do that, showing the pattern, showing how many you can get, the size and all that kind of stuff, because I think some of that's important to know, especially if you're like me and you want to pinch every penny you can. And I know a lot of people think that your time is valuable, your time is worth money, and you could spend your time doing better things, and they're absolutely right, you could. However, I'm trying to figure out a way to get my costs down. And once I get my costs down, I'm trying to figure out how to automate that process. That way, eventually, if I make nice card guides and whatnot, I can probably produce those and push out a whole nother product for the store for a much lower cost. And I think sometimes these products for this industry are just simply overpriced and probably very inexpensive to make, and I think it's just a severe price gouging. But then again, I mean, it's not my operation, it's not my product, I'm not making this on a regular basis. But I think if I go get one of those little punch things that you can pull down the handle and it rounds the corners and whatnot, I'm gonna go get one of those and I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna see if I can actually get this process sped up to where I'm not spending an hour or so making all these things. And plus, I'm going to create like a little guide or a die, maybe a die or something like that that I can just, or a template that I can lay down on the brand new sheet, the poster board, trace it all out, and then quickly cut it, dice it all up, and then round all the corners and just get that stuff ready and make them. If I can make them perfect and automate that process, then I think I'm going to start making those. Probably like the packs of 100. What I'll do is, so there's 26 letters to the alphabet, so I'll probably end up doing like a pack of 50. Pack of 52, but well, I'll sell it as 50, but I'll just put 52 in it. Maybe a pack of 100 and put 104 in it, and then maybe like 208, something like that. And anyway, so that's kind of what my idea is. I wouldn't mind getting that piece up and running, especially for those of you who like to organize and do things. And you can add stickers to the top of these. You can write it with a Sharpie. You can be as fancy as you want. You can be as plain and simple as you want on these, which is kind of cool. But I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that. I think I can go somewhere with that. But yeah, it's just so much shit to do. I mean, it's just little stuff. It's nitpicking stuff, and it's just crazy. I mean, just the amount of shit you gotta do to kind of get something like this going. Just cleaning the garage and sweeping the floor and shit. I mean, it's a task because you gotta move everything, and you gotta just organize. I think that is what the main focus of your business should be. If you're gonna end up doing this for yourself, if you're not organized, it's gonna be hard to figure out where everything is. It's gonna be hard to sell. It's gonna be hard to pull when it gets time to put your orders together. So that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend. I'm not going to try and upload a damn thing. I'm going to organize and get this shit fine-tuned. And all those little letter tab guide things that I made in the hotel this past week, because I had nothing else to do. I'm going to get those lettered up and get those into sets that don't have those yet, so that I can help my wife pull these cards a little quicker and be more organized in the office. And then I think maybe Monday, God, I hope I don't have to go out of town, which it's penciled in on my schedule that I'm gonna have to go out of town again, but I hope I don't. So if I don't go, I have a plan for Monday. If I do have to go, then I'm just gonna make letter tabs all week in the hotel and not really do much. And that'll actually put me forward out here too, because when I go to organize everything on the card rack, I'm gonna have those card things, the card guides. Man, what else? God, there's so much I wanted to say before I started this video. Oh, here we go. The box is sitting right next to me. I think I mentioned this previous video, but in here is a lot of value. And what I mean by that is you've got your commander cards, you've got, reprint sets and ground swells and bulk rares, and just some faith fetters in here, and some commander uncommon lands, and I mean there's just like some value. Like, this is very playable stuff. I mean, this is spreading algaes, full art lands. I mean, you got your Talon slivers and metallic slivers, and everybody knows that anytime I get slivers I always pull them. So here you go. I mean, this is kind of give you an idea what's in this box. I mean, just a ton of slivers. And I don't know if there's more slivers. If those, yeah, those are more slivers. Those are all slivers. So there's so much to a lot of these boxes here, and I'm probably not even doing a very good job of organizing this or displaying this. I've got my GoPro all set up now, and it's going to be watching the robot. I'm going to record probably 20-minute video, 15-minute video, and just kind of throw this up there, and that way you guys can kind of see how it works. and know and have some confidence in the fact that it does work. And I know you may have done your own research and found that there's some horrible reviews and people out there talking about how this doesn't work, that doesn't work, and whatnot. And I think that if you just fix things and observe it, you'll notice that there's some things that could be enhanced on it, could be fixed, it could be corrected, sort of thing, to make it run efficiently. And that's what my whole channel is about: is observing that, fixing those little tweaks that, and basically trying to make it to where it's designed to run. I think it's a wonderful machine for its cost and for how basic looking it is. I think it does a fantastic job. I can't wait to have more. But I have an affinity for electronics and wiring and that kind of sort of stuff anyway, coming from an access control, kind of a security background. So I enjoy stuff like that. And I'm going to do a full review on it too once I get back today. I plan on doing a couple videos, so they might. I apologize if you see a flurry of videos this weekend. The whole point is I am trying to get caught up with the content and a few ideas I want to kind of get out there. I do want to show some of the boxes too. I mean, I've been finding some decent stuff in there. I'm finding some foil old stuff. I'm just finding stuff, and it's hard to explain what it is I'm finding. I can keep saying it, that I'm finding stuff, and it's this, it's that, and it's all this hype and whatnot, but I actually want you to see what I'm seeing. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to attempt to use this OSB Studio to record me, or at least my hands, and you can hear me talk about it, so you can see what I'm seeing. Maybe not go box by box, but I'll just go grab a box at random, bring it over here, and we're all gonna look at it together. And I think a lot of this, what I have going on here is, it's fairly well organized, some of the boxes, and then the other half is just kind of a hodgepodge of everything thrown in a box. And it's the stuff that's organized, or mostly organized. That's the stuff that's easy to get up online because it's already there. Most of it's organized by its color and alphabetical already, so all I gotta do is grab it, count it, boom, it's up online. That's part of the reason why I can do 30,000 cards in 10 days, is because I have a fairly well organized collection to pull from. The stuff that's not easy to do is the stuff where I'm gonna have to sort out your white border versus your old black border, and then scan in all the black border, then scan in all the white border, and then organize all that by set. That's a lot of grind to do that, and I'm thankful I have the robot to kind of do that, because it used to take me about 4 or 5 months to do about 50,000 cards by hand, because I had contract work and I had regular work and I had all these distractions, life, family, pets, you name it. I still got it done. I felt like it took forever to do it. But yeah. God, there's just so much to talk about the stuff behind the scenes, about how to become as efficient as possible, how to incorporate automation into your process, and that's pretty much where I'm at these days. Is I want to incorporate automation in this process as much as possible and show you that it's not going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars to get started. I mean, I started with a single card hotel, and a dream. So here I am. I'm probably got $70,000 to $75,000 in bulk. And what I mean by that is, if you added up the value of every single card and times it by the amount, probably easily $75,000 in bulk, which is pretty good. Now, did I pay that much for it? Absolutely not. Am I gonna get that much out of it? Don't know. I mean, I don't know. You can't predict that. All you can do is scan everything, upload everything, and just make it available. Hope for the best, I guess. I don't know. But that's what I built my business on, is just getting everything up. Everything. And I mean, like, right down to the basic land, the art cards, the tokens, all your commons, your uncommons, your bulk rares, your mythics, and all that. And again, I've explained this in another video. I'm not after all the super valuable shit. Don't care about that stuff right now. I care about building the foundation of this store and this business and getting hundreds of thousands, up to millions of cards online available in the marketplace, and then go out and buy the collection over here that somebody wants $1,200 for, that's worth, you know, 2,000 or maybe $1,700 worth, so I can make about $500 on it, and I can put it in the robot, scan it, boom, and I don't have any additional cost in it, and it's going to add more value, like another layer of value on top of these commons and uncommons and the lands and all that. And I'm gonna start showing you some of the orders I get, and maybe this will make believers out of you, maybe it won't. And I'm gonna pull up these orders here in a little bit. I want to do another video because I'm gonna actually shrink this down a little bit and I'll show you in the corner. I really don't, I'm not trying to dox people and show them their address and whatnot, so what I might do is just do like a screenshot, edit out all the name and all that, kind of block it all out to kind of show you. So, for example, last night one order 230 cards. I mean, cool. We get a lot of retailers who buy from us. When I say a lot, I mean, to me it's a lot because it's been increasing. I know I have a few customers who've been buying from me for a few years, and just lately I can tell that they're a retailer because nobody orders 70 copies of Tormenting Voice from Dragons of Tarkir just to have to play around in their playgroup. Nobody does that unless you're a store. I had 40 copies of Kaladesh, I believe. Yeah, Kaladesh. Negates. They bought that. They bought so many copies of Strategic Planning from Our Devastation and a couple other sets. Apologies. Still a little tired, but I'm just excited to be home, trying to get this shit caught up. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and probably sign off here now, and I'm gonna create some more content that we all can kind of start seeing stuff. And I do have the 20-minute video of the robot done now. I'm gonna get that uploaded, so you're gonna see a lot of content over this weekend, and hopefully it's not redundant, hopefully it's not just bullshit, hopefully it's useful. That's my goal. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna start cleaning up, get the garage shut, and I'm gonna take off for fishing here in about an hour, try to get to the river by 7 before everybody else. And anyway, y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing and comments. I appreciate everything, and I appreciate everybody telling me that, hey, you know, this information has been helpful. So you're my audience. That's the person I'm going after, to kind of educate you and let you know that you can make money at this. It might not be overnight, it might not be in the first year or second year, but you can do it. So those of you who appreciate the grind, keep grinding. It's gonna pay off in the long run, I promise you. Alright, have a good day.